What's up guys, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am so excited to bring to you guys my home updates video. You guys have been pretty much harassing me for it since I posted my recent home decor haul. And so I'm excited to share with you guys all the things that we have done throughout our kitchen and breakfast nook. Honestly, the kitchen and the breakfast nook, like the living, pretty much like the main spaces are like the only areas that have even really been touched. Except for our media room, which we just put all of our old furniture in that room. And then we've kind of started on the bathrooms upstairs, but that's literally it. So pretty much the main places that look at least halfway decent is like the kitchen, the breakfast nook, and the living room area, or the family room area. And so you guys saw some of the things that I picked out in my home decor haul. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys pretty much how I've styled everything, at least so far, and like where everything is and kind of like how it's looking and how it's coming together. And hopefully you guys like it. So first and foremost, if you guys are watching this video right now, stop what you're doing and push the subscribe button. As I mentioned before, there's tons of home videos or house to home videos to come. So please subscribe. And also, whenever you finish the video, let me know what you guys think. So I'll stop rambling. I'm gonna get into like the kitchen breakfast nook area, and then after I finish this, I'm gonna show you guys the transformation of our family room, like the main wall in the family room, because we did transform it into like a really cool accent wall, which you guys will see in a second. Okay guys, so here is our kitchen and breakfast nook area. As I mentioned, this has pretty much been the area that we've been focusing our attention and our time and money on, because it's the main spaces where everyone pretty much has to go to get to the rest of the house. And I just feel like once this space is done, we can move on to like the bedrooms, the office, and so on and so forth. So this is what we have done so far. It's still not 100% done yet. We still have like little things to add here and there, but I feel like it's good enough to show you guys where we are right now. So as you guys saw in the home decor haul video, you all saw that I just did like a really bootleg mock-up or virtual mock-up of the kitchen design. And whenever I did that, I actually used like the real pieces that I wanted to incorporate in this space, just to make sure that I actually liked everything before I purchased it. And I liked just about everything, so I purchased just about everything in that picture. So first up here, we have these bar stools from CB2. They're a little bit pricier than I planned on spending. However, I love them. They're brass and they have this leather seat cover on it. And I just like they're just really cool and modern. Like I just love the backing. I just love the cover. Like it just looks really nice and cool. And I just think it looks so good in this space. So I got 3 of these, just so you can have space in between them. I also went ahead and bought this light fixture here. Now, this light fixture here is from lights.com. I cannot remember the exact collection. It may be the PAL collection, but I'll have to look it up and I'll leave a link to it down below. But I actually purchased it because I liked the actual fixture. However, I hated the color that it came in. And so I was like, okay, that'd be an easy fix. I'll just get it and then spray paint it, and that's exactly what I did. It came in like a light gold, like aged, burnished finish. It was like really ugly and did not glow at all. So I just spray painted it with, I believe it was the champagne bronze spray paint from Rust-Oleum, and it looks amazing. So we just did that, and I purchased like some LED light bulbs, some LED daylight bulbs from Amazon, had someone hang it up, and that is that. So we have the light bulb. This is simple. I also went ahead and put our dish soap. I got this black soap pump from CB2, it was like $8. So I put our dish soap in there, just make it look a lot cleaner and nicer. And then also just bought this black hand soap from Home Goods. It did have a wrapper on the front, but I took the wrapper off because again, it looks a lot cleaner with just the black. And that looks really nice and clean. I bought this paper towel holder from Marshall's. It was like $6 or $7, really cheap. And I just put that right there to tie in with the gray colors. I also have right here, I have this candle, this huge candle that I bought from Target. It was part of the Project 62 collection. And it's the Amber and OUD scented candle. I just like it because it's huge, it's black, and it looks modern, so I got that. I also got this cement vase here from allmodern.com. It was really affordable. I believe it was less than $20. I just love natural finishes in general, but I just really was drawn towards this gray concrete finish. So I got this, and then we actually stumbled randomly across this eucalyptus bundle at West Elm. We were out shopping one day and I just happened to walk in the store and see it, and I was like, oh, they sell it, and they actually sold it. And the whole bundle itself was like 19 bucks. So we just bought the bundle and put it in here, and it looks amazing. And I really like this because it adds some height to the space, but it's also like not overdoing it. And I just love the natural touches with the greenery and the vase and all that. So that's a little arrangement for this space. And also it leaves us enough room to like actually use the counter, meal prep, and so on. So over here I have what I call me and Dion's fuel station, because pretty much we have his smoothie maker or his blender and my coffee machine to get us through our mornings and our days. He just got the Ninja, and I got this espresso coffee maker. You can get it at like Target and Best Buy, but I actually got mine directly from the Nespresso website because I specifically wanted the matte black one, and it's the only place, like you can only get the matte black from the actual website. So I ordered it, got it in, and I love it. I got the one that comes with the frother that makes the foam, and literally this machine and that frother and these syrups is like having Starbucks in your house, and it is amazing. So I got this, and then here are those, remember how I showed you guys those oil and vinegar bottles I got from World Market? Well, here are the two that I use to keep my coffee syrups. Here's the vanilla one and caramel, and I keep it there just to make it look nice and pretty, but I can still use it. So that's the space. And then I want to show you guys a good close-up of the hardware that I showed you guys in that same haul. So as I mentioned, here's the brass hardware that we got from All Modern, and I love it because, like I said, it's not too shiny, it's not too like feminine or too girly or anything. It just looks nice and warm and like sturdy and heavy duty, and it looks really, really, really high quality, which I love. And it's just nice and clean and long, and I really love how it looks on the cabinets as well as down here on the drawers as well. Like, it just looks, we honestly love it. Like, it just looks nice and clean and perfect against the dark cabinets. Okay, so we have that area, and then right next to our fuel station we have our fridge. Nothing fancy here. This is the one that we got. It's by Whirlpool, but pretty much it's the one that has the double
French doors.
This is a mess, y'all, so ignore this. But it's the one that has the French doors. At the top, it does have the water and ice dispenser. And then it has two drawers at the bottom. This one here can be either a freezer drawer or a fridge drawer. We use it as a fridge drawer to store our fruits and vegetables. And then down here we have the freezer drawer. So we love this fridge, honestly, because A, it's huge. And also it's perfect for organizing because you have areas to store everything that you need and keep your stuff organized. Like, we love it. So moving on over here, here's the wine rack I showed you guys from Pier 1. Just put that in the corner. You just stock it up, but that's there. Also have that serving board that I showed you guys that I got from Crate & Barrel. Just put this here because I feel like the gray on top of the white countertops would look really good. And then on top of this, I just put the salt and pepper shakers, as well as, again, those same oil and vinegar bottles. This one here is vegetable oil, and this one here is olive oil, and we actually do use them. So that's great. This is a pumpkin that Bruin got from the pumpkin patch, so I just put it here just to look cute and kind of fall festive. Okay, nothing special there, just our microwave and oven. Here is the bowl and cutting board I showed you guys in the home decor haul. I just like the look of the cutting board behind the bowl. And also, normally we do keep our bananas in here. I like just put them in the freezer yesterday because I didn't want them to go bad. But normally in the morning, we'll just come over here, get our banana, and then make our breakfast, which is so easy and convenient. And I just really like it. Again, this is from Marshall's, and this right here is from Crate & Barrel. And it just looks nice and homey, and I just love the look of this. I got this napkin holder here from Marshall's. It was like really affordable. And it's nice and matte black, and it looks good in this space. So we got that there. And then these are some fresh red roses. We didn't really plan on putting this here, except for my birthday weekend. Dion had bought me some red roses, and I didn't have anywhere to put them, and so we just put them here. And we just like the pop of red in this kitchen space for some reason, so kind of kept them there and just keep refilling the vase. So that is just some fresh red roses to add some color and life to the room. Okay, so that's the kitchen space, and now we're in the breakfast nook. And this right here is one of my favorite items. Well, these two here are actually like two of my favorite items that I purchased for the house. Okay, so this table here I got from West Elm. Y'all, I purchased, okay, so we didn't move in here until September. I purchased this table July 4th weekend because when I saw it, this was actually the first thing I purchased for the house. And when I saw it, I was like, this table is totally my vibe, and it is like the one thing that I know that I will love, even if I buy it months in advance, because to me, like, this just described like my aesthetic. So this is what I believe is the Alexa burnished black table from West Elm. It's all wood, it's durable, great quality, and I just love that it's black, but it's kind of like more of a rustic, not really rustic finish, but more of like an aged finish, because it has like some intentional wear and tear in it, which I love. It's 60 inches, so it's perfect size for this space, and it looks amazing. And then to go with the table, okay, so let me just tell you guys, y'all, everybody questioned my decision to get these chairs. Everybody. Dion questioned it when he saw it. He was like, I don't know about that. My mom and Alicia were like, are you sure you want to do linen? And I was like, yes. So here are the chairs here. I got them from, well, I found them on Wayfair, but a few weeks later, I actually found them for almost $100 less on a website called Parker Gwynn, I think. And they're also on Amazon for cheaper as well. But just look at these chairs. Okay, so yes, they are all linen. So that is a bit scary. However, I love it because they're light. I knew that I wanted to do lighter chairs with the darker table, but they're like more of like almost like a light brown taupey color, which I love. So they'll be a lot easier to keep clean, and they still lighten the room, but it like ties in perfectly with like the color scheme of the place. And I just love the round back. It looks amazing. I love the front of it. I love how it has the arms. It just, to me, it's like, they're so beautiful, but they still look casual. Like, that's what's important to me, because they're really, really nice, but they still look casual and perfect for a breakfast nook. So, got 5 of those. Here is the light fixture that we got for the breakfast nook, which me and Dion both love. It's so cool. I got this from, I think, All Modern again. It's just black with brass
finishes,
pieces, accents, the finishes, whatever. And then I also got matching LED light bulbs to match the other one that I got. And we got the LED ones to fit, of course, this light fixture. And so we love the fixture, and actually the arms are adjustable, so you can pretty much change the look of it, but we love, 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 love this. This was a splurge item, but I honestly just love it in this space. And this actually looks really good and complements the other fixture very well, even though they're from 2 different stores. So that was perfect. So we have that. Got this planner here. Oh, this is the other one. Okay, so here's the other planner that I got from CB2. I showed you guys the other one I got in the home decor haul for the plant, but here's the other one. So this is actually a planter that's like for a plant or tree. I just loved it as a centerpiece. So we took this and then got some, okay, this is actually Dion's idea. I have to give him his credit. So we put it on here and we were like, what do you want to fill it with? And Dion was like, it'd be cool if we could find like some of that moss stuff, you know? And so I was like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool. So I actually went to Hobby Lobby and got some moss balls from Hobby Lobby and just filled the vase with the moss balls, and we have that, and it looks amazing. And then here's a little tray that I showed you guys in the home decor haul. So I just have this right here with the salt and pepper shaker, as well as the coasters from Crate & Barrel. So we have that, and here is the space so far. We do have some pictures to go right here, which we'll add later on. We actually have them, they're just not hung. But I have found some prints online that I love, and we were trying to find prints in store, but it was really, really hard to find some. And I actually went online and found some digital prints, and I printed them at Walgreens, and then found a frame at Hobby Lobby, and they will go up here. They're 2 huge ones, perfect. And then last but not least, we have this situation here. And this is probably the most unique thing that we have in our house, because I don't think me and Dion ever considered like putting pampas grass in our house, but we both love it. So I know that if he likes it, then it's a win for the house. So pretty much I just got 4 of these big pampas grass sticks or leaves or whatever they're called. I got it at Pier 1 and they were like 12 bucks per piece, so not crazy expensive. And then we just took them in there, and I love the color of them because they're naturally beige, so of course it ties in with the space. They're nice and tall and huge, so it adds some height over here. So I just did that, stuck them in here. Again, there's 4 of them. And then I actually got this vase here from Home Goods. And I actually saw it one day as I was walking out of the store, but I got it for like 20 bucks because it has a scratch on it. So they gave it to me for a cheaper price. And this space here is perfect for the pampas grass. So this is like our unique piece of, it's not even greenery, but like our unique arrangement that we've made that we think is like really unique to like our house, and we love it. But that is pretty much it for this space. And I want to show you guys one more thing, which is our pantry. It's like, it's not a whole lot to it, but I did kind of organize it to keep it like nice and functional, but still organized for the fam. And it's also really easy to do as well. So here we go. All right, y'all, so here's our pantry. Again, it's not that fancy or special. It's definitely not like those fancy Instagram, or not Instagram, Pinterest pantries you guys see. However, I knew that I wanted our pantry to be like aesthetically pleasing and for it to look nice, but I wanted it to actually be functional. So I feel like I did a pretty good job of keeping our pantry, again, functional but still attractive. So I just bought these black baskets here from Marshall's. I got like 3 sets of them. They came in a set of 3. And we have like potatoes, sweet potatoes. We have Dion's like rice and couscous and quinoa in there. And here we have tortillas and bread. And here we have popcorn and crackers, which pretty much are just things that come individually wrapped. So we have those. Over here we just have cookbooks and plastic bags. Over here, I got this thing here from IKEA. It's actually like a trash bag holder. So you can just like keep like your plastic bags that you collect, you know, from shopping. You can just store them in here, and then just go and grab one whenever you need it. Here is just like a big black basket to kind of hide all of our snacks that like don't have a home. So pretty much like chips, fruit snacks, not fruit snacks, chips, Pop-Tarts, Goldfish, you know, pretzels or whatever, go in here. But I like it because it's tall, it's big, it's black, and it pretty much camouflages all of the extra junk per se. So there's that. And then you have our cans of beans and Dion's like black beans, red beans, that kind of stuff. And here we have croutons and like pasta sauces. I put our actual pasta in these containers. And then I have containers up here as well with like raisins, sugar, protein pancake mix, flour, regular pancake mix. And I actually labeled them like the pancake mixes so I won't forget like which one is which. So I made a little label for them. And then we have my oatmeal, Dion cereal. There's extra stuff that does not fit in, like the extra cereal that doesn't fit in the containers. Now these containers here I got from IKEA. They were actually a great price. They were like $3 or $4, not crazy expensive. And they came in 2 sizes. They come in the smaller one as well as a larger one, which is great. So that is our pantry for now. Oh, and then also, one thing that we did differently that we've never done but that I really like is putting all of our appliances in the pantry. Usually we have like some stuff out and about, like our waffle maker and our toaster. We did that in our apartment and usually we just have it out, but I like it put away because we actually really hardly ever use our appliances, so it helps to keep our countertops nice and clean versus just having everything sitting out on the countertops. And this is the pantry, guys. So there's our kitchen, our breakfast nook, as well as the pantry. Again, we're not completely done, but it's coming along. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut to some clips that I recorded whenever we got our accent wall transformed. All right, guys, so it is October 18th and we are about to kick off the transformation of our accent wall. So if you guys saw the house tour, you guys know that in our living room, or our family room, me and Dion have this humongous wall that's just bare and plain. There's nothing on it. There's no fireplace, no nothing. And all that was intentional because we knew that we wanted to make the big wall, which is this wall here. I'm actually upstairs, going to show you guys a better view of the room. But pretty much this wall here, we left it intentionally bare with nothing because we knew before we even bought the house that we wanted to make this wall like the focal point accent of the room. And so 2 days ago, we met with a muralist here in the Houston area. Met with him, loved his work. And I pretty much sent over a couple images of a wall that me and Dion saw and fell in love with. We actually saw the wall whenever we went to get our couch from Living Spaces. It was like a display and we loved the wall. And we were like, oh, like this would look so cool if we did this in our house. And so it took me forever to find someone who could do it, but we did. And I'm so excited. It was great because like he came out with the wall, gave us a quote, perfect. And then like he was ready to start like as soon as possible. So it's perfect. So he should be done with this. I think he said today's Friday, and he said that he should be done by next Wednesday. So it'll take him about 3 to 4 business days to do it. But I am so excited. So he just came, set up his scaffold and everything because obviously we have a humongous wall. So here is a better view of the wall. Like I said, we're going to be doing the entire wall. So we're going to stop right here at the corner. We didn't want to bring it all the way over because we wanted like this to be like the focal point, and then it's kind of like it kind of stops and you kind of have this space open. I just feel like if you do it all the way across, it's gonna be a bit too much. So we just like the fact of like just doing this wall here. We're about to get started and I literally cannot wait for it to get done. Because I've been telling Dion like, okay, so so far we've gotten like our couch, we've gotten our rug, we've gotten some accent chairs. But it's like, I keep telling Dion that we're pretty much almost done with like the entire like downstairs main spaces, like the kitchen, breakfast nook, and the living room. But I kept telling Dion that I just really want to hurry up and just get the accent wall done, because it's like once that's done, then we can really finish out the space. Like we can actually buy our TV, because we didn't want to mount our TV until we got the wall done, because of course no one wants to mount the TV and have to take it down for the painting and blah blah blah. So it's like now that this is gonna get done, it's like once this is done, then we can go ahead and just finish out the rest of the space. So excited. So it is day 3 of the wall transformation, the accent wall transformation. So I definitely want to come through and like update you guys throughout the process, even though I pretty much failed day 1 and day 2. But I want to kind of explain give a little backstory as far as what has happened. Okay, so first of all, Tom, our wall muralist, is amazing. Him and Dion have pretty much been putting up with me for the past 3 days, because I'm the type of person that I am a very, very, very visual person. And I'm kind of person like I know it when I see it, but like throughout the process, I may be like, I don't know about that, let's change this, and like have to like redo something a couple times and until I figure it out. And I'm like, oh yes, that's it. And so like him and Dion have been like patiently putting up with my foolishness. But let me go back upstairs actually kind of show you guys what the wall is looking like today. So like I said, today is day 3. He's actually not done. It's about 1, I think, on Tuesday. He started it on Friday. And this is what the wall is looking like so far. So I'm not quite sure if in the last clip if I pretty much explained what we're doing. But me and Dion wanted to do like a really cool like faux concrete wall. Just something that was really different and unique, but something that pretty much, something that pretty much made this whole wall like one big art piece, because we have such a humongous wall. And I mean, all we have to go on there is like a TV. We'll have like a TV console, maybe some pictures, but you know, like it's a huge wall. We're not gonna put stuff all the way up the wall. Like that's just, no one has time for that. So we were like, let's just go ahead and like do like a really cool faux, like a faux wall or some sort of faux painting. So we agreed on like this faux concrete wall, which it doesn't honestly, it's kind of like taking on a look of its own at this point. like in a good way. But we wanted to pretty much tie in like all the colors in tones from or throughout the house, because you guys know we are doing like tans, grays, brass, you know, browns, all those shades. And so you pretty much wanted to kind of combine all those tones into the accent wall, and it's like have this wall here be like the main focal point of the house, especially because I just think it's gonna be so dope whenever people like walk in the house and like they like reach the living room area and like you see this big old wall that's like just decked out. It just looks so cool. So like I said, he has today. He's gonna finish up tomorrow. But what's interesting is the fact that, so he started on Friday, y'all, and it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault at all. And I don't think it was really our fault. I think it was just that, okay, so I had sent him some pictures of like what we were wanting. And whenever he came here on Friday, like we kind of talked through colors, tones, blah, blah, blah. But we didn't like actually sit down and pick the specific paint color. And I also told Dion that I think that what happened is that the picture that I had sent him, when he had printed it out, but whenever he printed it out, wherever he printed it at, it printed more warm, right? And the original picture was more like tan, gray, taupe. The picture that he had, it turned out to be a little bit more warmer. It's like it looked a little bit more pink almost. And so on Friday, like I said, we got here, talked through colors, blah, blah, blah. And then he like started painting it, and me and Dion were like, okay. And then he like started kind of adding in like the texture and all that kind of stuff. Me and Dion were like, okay. And then like later that night, because of course he hadn't finished. But like later that night, we like went out to the movies. We came back home and walked in the living room. We were like, that wall is pink. And I'm so mad at myself that I did not take a picture or some sort of video of what it looked like before he fixed it. But pretty much we came home and we were like, no, like we didn't like it. It looked pink. It was coming off like really like way too warm. Like it just like looked like it was like it would just look like a strange color. It didn't flow with anything in the house. Like none of the decor he picked out, not the couch, not the rug, nothing. It just did not look right at all. And like I said, it wasn't his fault because he was going off of the image, like the picture that he printed off. But I think that the picture that he printed off was not that I think it was on the warmer side, and it just didn't look right. So on Monday he came back. We kind of explained to him, you know, our thoughts as far as like how he kind of wanted to make it a little bit cooler, make it look more, you know, bring more of those brown, taupe, and gray tones in, and just like how we just kind of wanted to pretty much start from scratch and like go with a whole new base coat. So he was so kind enough to do it over for us. He completely understood. He was like, okay, that's fine. You know, let's go back to the store. You know, we'll start from scratch. And then on Monday, him and I sat there for like 30 minutes and like actually picked like the specific color just to make sure that I was pleased with it. And I was like, let me like hold the paint color up against the couch, up against the walls, up against the floors, just to make sure there was paint color that I wanted, because I did not want him to have to do it again. So he picked out the paint color, or he picked it out, and then pretty much started from scratch. So even though today is day 3, it's really like day 2 because he started it all over again yesterday. But here is what it's looking like. Let me go a little bit closer, kind of show you guys exactly what's going on. So as you guys can see, like throughout the wall, there's like different textures and stuff throughout it, because we were trying to find the right pattern, the right darkness, the right contrast, all of that throughout the wall. So pretty much what we've landed on is that we like this section here. And I'm kind of zooming in because this is like the only section that's pretty much like how it's going to look. As you guys can see, again, it's supposed to be like a faux concrete, which looks so, y'all, and he's like hand doing all this, like it just looks so cool. But for me up here, those lines are a little bit too dark. They're a little bit too contrasty. I just know that every day I would walk in here this house and be like, that's just too much. And Dion likes it, but we're trying to find a happy medium. But it's just like the lines to me are just too stark. It just looks drawn on versus kind of like here how it just looks like all seamless, you know. So what I kind of talk through is kind of like adding on. Basically, this is just this up here, but we took it and we added on like a light wash. Well, focus, let's see. There we go. Okay, so we pretty much just took the wall up there, put it down here, and then just added on like a light wash to it, just kind of soften those lines, and then went over it with like, he calls it a glaze, like a dark, not dark, but like a taupe-ish glaze, which are those little spots there, just to give it more texture. And I think it looks so cool. Here is the progress on the wall. I cannot wait to see how it looks once all of this gets washed out and looks pretty much like this area. Like this area to me is perfect. Okay guys, so it is day 1, 2, 3, 4 of the wall transformation. Technically more like day 3 because you guys have heard the whole story about how we had to start all over. But he is all done. It's actually like 5 p.m. on Wednesday. He finished up today like around like 1-ish, so he's been gone for a few hours. But I want to show you guys the wall like after I cleaned up. I'll insert a picture as far as what it looked like right when we got done. It's the wall. But I had to spend like 2-3 hours, no, about 2 hours deep cleaning like the whole, pretty much like the main area, because there's like a lot of stuff everywhere. Like after he got done, you know, we had to like clean up paint chips, like touch up little marks on the wall. I like did a real deep vacuum, dusting, sweeping, mopping. I had to do all that before we brought the furniture back out, because we had to put the furniture like back in the little open living room or formal living room, dining room area space. And so I wanted to like get it nice and clean before I brought everything back out. But here's the wall and I love it. Y'all saw yesterday, I was like, okay, I liked the little section that he had did, but I was anxious to see how the whole thing would look once he got done. But I love it. So ta-da! Here is the final wall and I love it. I feel like this is the perfect medium for me and Dion. And I think I told you guys yesterday about how like Dion, he likes really dark, really stark things. Like he kept saying that he wanted the wall to be big and bold. And I'm like, okay, I want it to be bold, but like still subtle. Sort of like flow with everything else in the rest of the house. And so after he went back in and softened like all the harsh line, or I think he called it like whitewashing those hard lines, it just made the wall look so nice and just seamless. It just looks so cool. But honestly, like the wall kind of turned into like a design of its own, because it's not really like faux concrete anymore. It's just like this really dope, like, honestly, it's like a really cool abstract piece of art in my opinion. I love that it has all the different tones. Like it has like the light tones, the gray tones, like that bluish gray, you know, like those taupe tones. Like it just looks so cool. Me and Dion love it. We're like, it looks kind of like watercolor, but like an artist came in here and just got to brushing, and it just looks really, really cool. All right, guys, so that is it for today's home updates video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you guys think about how we have decorated the house so far. Are you guys feeling it? Are you guys not feeling it? Just let me know you guys' thoughts. And also let me know what you guys think about the accent wall as well. Again, it's very different, not your typical or traditional look and feel in the family room. But honestly, me and Dion both love it. Like this is literally like exactly what we envisioned for our house, and it's coming together so well and we are loving it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next one.